Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to another run here. The Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Monday's going off to a good start here. We did have another video across 3,000 likes over the weekend, which now puts us 15 away from the worst run of the Repentance era redo run, which again, you can cast your nomination down below in the YouTube information box. There's a form there that don't worry, it's a Google sheet. Some people had some questions about the URL. It is literally a Google's form sheet. You go click on that link down there if you'd like to and nominate your worst run of the Repentance era episode number and tell us why you think it's going to be the worst one. And then if that one ends up making it, the Mosh Pit will then vote on the final week, and then the one that has the most votes will get the newest redo run. Here's your screenshot of the day here, submitted by Eastad4299. Title of the thread was "It's Just Dark Comedy." Now, you might have to zoom in on your device or on the computer, whatever you're watching this on, and to see it, but that is a 97.5% Devil Deal failure. And yeah, I mean, it's not quite 100% failure like I've seen before, but that is pretty bad. So thank you very much, Eastad, for sharing that one and everyone who upvoted that to bring it to my attention. Seed day is going to be Dekez Vitate. I don't know. Starting off with good damage here. Tears Rate's not bad either. We also have the Converter, which I'm just going to immediately turn all of our Soul Hearts into Red Hearts because that's just good business. I mean, starting off with 3 HP, I'll take it. The Soul Converter used to be an insta cooldown item that took 2 Soul Hearts and turned it into 1 Red Heart. Now, after Repentance, that's no longer the case. It is now a 3-room cooldown, but it trades 1-to-1 for Soul Hearts into Red Heart containers. Sprinkler is it can be good with the right effects like Brimstone, Tech Zero, Tech X, that sort of thing. But this ain't it, Chief. Sprinkler is basically just a worse version of Jello. Try to change my mind on that one. There's your daily outrage of the day. I wouldn't mind getting a half price. I mean, this is essentially a 3-cent HP upgrade. Now, we're probably not going to get enough HP or enough charges on our Soul Converter in order for us to get all the way there, because we would have to have 12 of them in total for this floor, and that ain't happening. Unless we get lucky and get like a few more full charges, that'd be nice. There we go. Now, you did see we got ourselves a sack room right here. If we get ourselves a sack room, that means we can potentially get some sack room shuffle going early on. Try to kill this Pooter here before it decides to get knocked around by the spikes. And yeah, starting off with Bursting Sack is not terrible either. Really, the strength of this run is going to lie on our early strong starting damage and our shot speed as well. That combined with the fact that we're about to have... That combined with the fact that we were supposed to have 3 HP before going into the boss. Now it's going to be probably 2 HP because I don't believe the Soul Converter works off of partial hearts. Although we are fighting Blue Larry Jr., which he is guaranteed to drop us a Soul Heart. As long as we're not in greed mode, which we're not, obviously. So we might be able to get that back, and then we have the 3 cents for the other Soul Heart, which I'm just going to end up using as a Soul Heart at this point, and not a. I mean, again, there's no way for us to get all of the full charges that we need here, so I'm just not even going to bother. As long as we have 3 Red Hearts and even a half Soul Heart going into the next floor, we should be good. Oh wow, look at that. We have 2 Soul Hearts, and on top of that, we also get a nice Tears and shot speed up, and we get the Petrified Poop, yo. I am going to use the Soul Converter now that puts us at 3 HP, 3 Red Hearts, 1.5 Soul Hearts, and I'm also going to go buy this, which then puts us to 2.5 Soul Hearts. We don't have any bombs, we don't have any keys, so we could go in the curse room. Yeah, let's go in the curse room. We've got plenty of HP, so... I just don't like losing a Soul Heart we just paid for. Soul of the Forgotten is kind of whatever. I mean, we could use the Soul of the Forgotten to, I think, do a sack room shuffle, I think. I don't actually know if it counts for the sack room shuffle. I feel like I've tried this before and it didn't, but let's find out. Okay, but he disappears if we leave this. If we leave this room, he disappears. Okay. Got a chest. I mean, that's enough hearts there. We need to tap 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we could do a full round of Sacrum Shuffling here. I'm gonna go for it. Swarm Protector is not great because it just attracts enemy shots. And it also counts for Conjoined for some odd reason. We're gonna do it. We're actually going to do a full Sacrum Shuffle here, which is not something that I thought that we would be doing. And this could get us 30 cents as well, which it does. So yeah. That was unexpected. Shout out to the Soul of the Forgotten, though. The only consequence of this now is the fact that we don't have any more soul hearts. So taking those soul hearts early on was definitely it was a misplay. I honestly didn't even expect to get this much. And now obviously we're going to be taking deep pockets. We still don't have any keys or bombs, and we get a stars card. So hey, that reduces the need for us to have at least a key on the next floor. So wow, yeah, that's a really strong play there with us getting deep pockets now. Good shuffle. We go on to last week's question of the episode. This one came in from the Is Keeper's Sack the best item in all of Isaac? Which was it was a clickbaity title a little bit, but you know, it was also a good discussion that we had in that episode, and obviously it was a very good episode thanks to Keeper's Sack. And this question came in from Ronnie J. Shout out to Ronnie. We said, question of the episode, would you consider the stopwatch to be a quote tears up? It does slow everything else down, so relative to your enemies, you're shooting at them faster. You even go so far as to say that it's a shot speed up to further speed up and further speed up with its logic. Short answer, no. I would not consider those to be, I would not consider it to be a tears up. Just because it slows something down doesn't necessarily mean that I'm firing faster. Relative to the enemies that are in the room, yes, technically, I guess if you want to say that it is, we are able to get more shots off per enemy because they're moving slower. But I disagree with calling him it just a straight up tears up, because that's just not true. I understand the logic that you're trying to go for, Ronnie, but no, I wouldn't go so far as to say it is a tears up. By that, you could say by that logic, then us getting a movement speed up is going to be a tears up because we're going to be moving faster than the enemies, that sort of stuff. So, or like I'm drowsy pill is also a tears up. It's a nice thought, but no. I wish it was a tears up. I mean, that would make the stopwatch even more better. I know the secret room's over here. See if we can get the bomb spider to come down here. We still don't have really too many consumables. I did go with the meat cleaver just because. You're just gonna be a jerk, aren't you? Brother. Okay, so we did actually go to the right room, which is great. Maybe a mistake. I did this just because I wanted to make the trites a little bit easier to kill. And we did make them easier to kill, but all those spider webs in the middle definitely made it a little bit sketchier. And we really don't want to go try to find the store here to get ourselves a soul heart to protect our devil deal. But so we're going to go fight the boss over here and wait for the devil deal on the next floor. Don't move while you're looking at the map, kids. I mean, I can only be mad at myself. And I am. If you're mad, trust me, I'm 10 times madder. Honestly, we don't even deserve to take this devil deal, but I'm still mad. We get the pact, which is gonna be great. We do get a damage and tears up here. Now we can go back. Anyway, what I was saying was that we really don't want to necessarily risk trying to find the store with us not being able to protect ourselves on the way there. But Bursting Sack obviously makes this room a complete joke because it just, I mean, everything's friendly in here. We have nice friendly spiders. And of course we get the Devil Deal Precedent with the Pact along with a 1 out of 3 transformation for Leviathan. Be very nice. Very happy that we didn't bother coming to this store here. And yeah, there's no reason for us to go in that big room. I'm glad that we ended up using the Stars card to get out of there because there's just no reason to go. Even if there's a sack room, there's not enough HP to do anything. Whoa, wait a second. Wait. Before I do that, a little bit of an exit jump scare for everybody. The Soul Converter is very interesting here because it allows us to take temporary HP and turn it into permanent HP, which is way more valuable than Soul Hearts they can be, especially early on in a run where you're looking at Devil Deals. I took the Meat Cleaver originally because I just wanted to have a little bit something that can help us, a little something that could help us DPS down the bosses, or like annoying rooms and stuff. But now with the Pact, we don't really need that, and I would much rather have something like Shoop Da Whoop or something like, say, I don't know, anything really that can allow us to do damage. I am unironically going to go into the Fly Room now that we have no need to, but now because we have the Soul Converter, I want to get the full charge. So I can at least convert one of these hearts, if not both of them, to a permanent HP upgrade. And this room is made far less annoying with us having Bursting Sack, because these spiders here, you may look like they may look weird to you, and it's because they've been deactivated. They're no longer going to be aggressive flies. That's the reason why they are not flashing red or anything like that. They're just simple little spiders. And Bursting Sack really is going to have a pretty large influence early on in this run. You've already seen. So take one of our Black Soul Hearts, do that. We get a Bone Heart. Okay. I'm not going to take the Bone Heart yet. I want to see if we can get another full charge here. Got ourselves a Tenon Rock. We would have missed all this stuff. See, Sinvicta, there's no reason for you not to be doing full explorations here. Yeah, we get a bomb and a key. We get a nickel and a bomb. I have no clue where our secret room is, other than I know that it's not here. It might be here. If it's not there, we know that it can't be here because it's lined by spikes. It has to be down here. No, it can't be. It's got to be there then, right? Right? Yeah, it's literally where I originally thought it would be, and then the super secret room is above it. 100% guaranteed. All this money, man, oh man, oh man. I'm up to 35 cents. Okay. So I think we take the Bone Heart. There's no reason for us to not go into the Curse Room here with this much HP being on the ground. We could even, if we wanted to, we could even go and grab this golden chest. It would cost us 1 heart, but we have a Bone Heart. We can refill that. So you can leave those the double heart there. And oh yeah, we got it. Now we can easily do it. I didn't know there was 2 hearts in there. And so it ended up being a very eventful floor here. Fishing car. I disagree with that one, game. I don't think that we got close enough for us to hit those spikes, but go off. No full charge. We'll head on down. Either way, a very eventful but very annoying floor. All these friggin' spikes, dude. I'm over them. So with only one key and one bomb, this is a very poor investment to make to try to open up this singular golden chest, which could give us just a trinket and nothing else. We've already got a very good early game trinket here with the petrified poop. It allows us to get pickups. It allows us to get consumables, maybe even HP. Again, I'm going to keep using the soul converter here just because I do like I like the prospect of it here. If we're continually being fed soul hearts, then absolutely sign me up. Now, focusing on stats here, we need to get movement speed. Our damage is still adequate right now. Our DPS is still adequate thanks to our good tears rate, really good tears rate. Shot speed is actually off the charts right now. We're looking solid for stats, except for movement speed. Another spacebar item in our item room. Okay, 9 volts gonna be pretty nice. So is the red stew. I do not want to use the 9 volt now, but I do want the soul heart, and I do want the red stew. The red stew is going to start ticking away here. We are absolutely going to smash this floor and anything else that comes our way. And then if we end up leaving with the soul heart, I may save the soul heart, or I may just convert it into a red heart container. But this really is a perfect opportunity here to be a devil deal run. Like, not most runs, but obviously you want to be going devil deals for the most part. And with us having so much red heart HP here, I mean, sack room shuffles, devil deals, the world is primed and ready for Isaac to be a very devilish boy here. On this run, anyway. Again, just getting, if we can get some kind of movement speed upgrade, that would be nice. Wouldn't mind flying there if we can get those 2 chests. It would be cool, but I'm not expecting to get any flying. Although it is possible technically, because we are 1 of 3 for Leviathan. And again, like, I will say this. Between the YouTube runs lately and the Twitch runs, we have been getting the most god-awful, incredibly weird-looking maps in the past few weeks than I can remember. Like, just look at this map, dude. Like, the game doesn't even know what it was trying to do. I'm going to use Magician card just to kind of help out our shot efficiency here. And we get more shot speed. All right. I should have probably not taken stem cells, to be honest. Our shot speed, we've talked about before, anything over 1.0, and it's like you just saw it in the YouTube short a couple days ago. It's bad news bears. If you have super high shot speed, good God, these item rooms. If you have really high shot speed, you're not going to have a good time. Unless if you have piercing shots or something like that doesn't directly affect the physics in the game. We laughably call physics in this game. But the HP is always nice, obviously. Trying to get a little bit of red stew buff back here. Remember, the red stew buff, it does wear down over time very, very fast. But if you're killing things, it actually adds it to the stew and recharges the buff that you are losing, as long as it's active. As soon as the red stew buff actually wears off entirely, it doesn't just activate again. Although that would be a great way to buff the item. Not that red stew needs a buff, but it would be a nice quality of life buff to where if you take red stew, it permanently gives you the ability, even after the buff wears off, to charge your damage again at the same rate that it decays when you do have red stew. I think that would be very cool. And again, talking about weird looking maps, look at this map again. I don't know what's been going on lately, man, but these maps have been something else. Yeah, this is a prime example of clown physics here. Another HP upgrade. I should take Blood Oath just to really up the amount of damage that we do, but that is suicidal. With only 1/2 of a soul heart and this many red hearts, that's way too many empty heart containers. So not gonna happen. I am gonna take Golden Bomb because this is the problem with Red Stew. You basically have to take it at the very end of the previous floor in order for you to get some kind of maximum value. And if you don't, there's just so much walking around and wasted time in Isaac that Red Stew it's good. It is good, but is it worth 15 cents? Some people may not want to hear it, but it's debatable. We got maybe 1 floor of use out of Red Stew, and now it's going to be gone because we have to go back and go into the curse room. We got to go look for the secret room with this golden bomb. So yeah, Red Stew is just done. And that's what I'm talking about. It's kind of a red herring of an item. It is a trap item that you think is going to be like just super beneficial. It's just going to be there whenever you need it, and like, oh, we're gonna clear so many rooms. The only time that Red Stew really does pay off, whenever it's go time with it, is if you already have a very strong run, right? You've already got piercing shots. You've already got all the tier effects that you need. You got great stats. It just buffs your damage even more. On a normal run, something like this, where we don't have those overwhelming amounts of stats currently, I think that Red Stew fails. I think that it is an item that underperforms for what it's supposed to do. It's not bad. I'm just saying, think about what you're spending it on before you actually buy it. Because yes, it is fantastic. It gives you a huge damage buff, a big influx in your DPS, but it goes very quickly. And again, think about if you get just a nightmare map like this, think about how much time is wasted going back. Oh, we got a golden bomb. Now we have to go find the secret room. Now we have to go find the super secret room. Now we got to bomb all the mushrooms. And then you spent 15 cents for nothing when you could have gotten something a little bit more permanent, or even something as temporary as like Blue Candle. Like I would much rather have Blue Candle than Red Stew on a run like this. Again, this is just one case in the whole debate, but I'm just trying to get you to open your mind and think about items in Isaac critically, not just at face value, because some people are going to say that this is insanity that you're even criticizing Red Stew. I'm not criticizing the item itself. I'm talking about the situations that may lead people to think that Red Stew is actually better than it really truly is. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people like to get on the outrage train whenever I start talking about items in a critical way. And, oh, Zinvicta thinks that this item is bad. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Burr, 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 burr. It's like, okay, you can think like that, but for the people who actually listen to me, I do actually kind of know what I'm talking about. I think that it is important to have a layer of critical thinking. It really just comes down to how serious do you want to be about Isaac. It's like I'm very serious about not taking any more damage because there's no excuse, or we can just keep taking damage. It's fine. So we lost 1.5 soul hearts in the span of 2 rooms. That's trash. And that is a direct result of our movement speed being absolutely god-awful. And we are 100% going to lose our devil deal in this room. Unless if I can time the IV bag carefully. I mean, your miles may vary. It comes down to just how critical, or how serious do you really want to take the game. And I'm not saying that you have to be really intent on being like, I'm going to be the world's #1 Isaac player in the world. You don't have to have that kind of goal to think more logically about stuff in this game. I'm just trying to help players understand that there are more to items in Isaac than what may appear to be at face value, right? It's more than meets the eye, that whole cliche. understanding that an item, just because it does great benefit and there is no downside to it, doesn't necessarily mean that like, yeah, it's an automatic pickup. If you want to think more critically about the situation you're in, that 15 cents, we talked about the Isaac fly effect. What could we have spent that 15 cents on? Let's hypothetically play here that we don't have a whole lot of money, and we only can afford one item for the next two maybe three foreseeable floors. Let's just play this hypothetical scenario out. Red stew helps us now, doesn't help us at all whenever it runs out. It's 15 cents gone, right? This is an item that is very, very weak and susceptible to the game's BS and trying to make you waste time to waste the 15 cents and the buff that you just got done buying, right? As opposed to maybe we get a treasure map, maybe we get a restock machine that gives us cheap soul hearts. Maybe we get restock, something like that. You know, there's always a maybe. You know, this is maybe the diamond is behind this wall here. I know that if I just keep on digging, just one more pull, just one more game, we're gonna have a life-changing moment. We're gonna have a run-changing moment, that sort of thing. It's easy to fall into that pitfall, but it's also very, very easy to look at something and be like, hey, this item's great. I'm gonna take it every single time. It helped me win the Grandpa War of 2004, and you know that kind of stuff is good to think about. And if you find yourself thinking, just slowing your pace down, thinking about what's going on, thinking about what you're about to do or decisions in Isaac, I promise you that you will be a better player. That goes to anyone who's feeling frustrated or anyone who's seems like their game has kind of stalled a little bit and you're not really making progress, or you're getting bent out of shape because you're not playing as good as you see other people play or anything like that. And what I'm telling you is that this is the way that you can do micro improvements that can lead to an overall big improvement in performance for Isaac and for really any game. That's all I'm saying. Get our, what's this gonna be, our 5th HP upgrade now? 6, something like that. And technically we've only had 2 HP upgrades, but thanks to the soul converter giving us a whole metric butt ton of health, we are sitting pretty. The problem is that we keep taking damage because our movement speed is just doo-doo. We do have the death card. I forget what that other card was in there, but I remember it being something that I wanted. Look. Like I said. Now, technical misplay. I could have used the IV bag a couple more times and then taken that HP upgrade in order for us to get a little bit of extra health out of, or money out of our HP, because it's going to be a heal anyway when we get our basic HP upgrade. But you don't have to go. You don't have to think that critically over it, right? I think if you start taking stuff too seriously, it becomes not fun anymore. I've always held on to that philosophy. Like I have fun in Lorcana and stuff, but the second I start really trying to make it a thing, like okay, I'm gonna be a competitor stuff, then it really does become a lot less fun. That's honestly how Hearthstone died for me, was that it was a great game and I was having fun with all the wackiness and all the goofiness and like, hey, look, Arthas hit me and all that kind of stuff, and then you start taking it too seriously, and then the next thing you know, it's just not fun anymore. I'm gonna let you, if you want to spawn me a couple, 2 more soul hearts. Actually, we're already full on soul hearts, but whatever. I am going to take the head of Krampus. Let's free up a little bit more money. I don't want to go too ham here. See, we've gotten to the point now where we have actually too many red heart containers, and while that may seem kind of silly to think about, it is true. You do want to leave some room for soul hearts, otherwise you will find yourself being weak. Now, we're not done here yet, because there very easily could be a sack room here, and then we also have the Soul of the Forgotten. There's also a lot of red hearts on the ground, so the Soul of the Forgotten could be used to use the sack room again, and I'm definitely down for it. So we cannot get to that. Could use the IV bag to walk over those spike rocks as well to get to that that sack. Still haven't found our secret room yet either, but this map, dude. I mean, we're done with the map, and I'm still mad about it. Like, just look at that. That's just it looks like roadkill. I'm sorry. That's what it looks like. It looks like something got hit by like an 18-wheeler. It backed up and then just did it again. Like, well, we gotta just finish it off, I guess. That's what this map looks like. Okay. It is now no longer a want. It is a need. We need movement speed. The only way that we really live through this run, and I'm not saying that we're in trouble, I'm talking about strategically here, is if we end up not getting an HP up, or if we end up not getting a speed upgrade, movement speed upgrade that is, we have to out tank this run. Because right now, like, our damage was great starting out. Don't get me wrong, it was great. But now we are in the midst of, our damage is not great. Our damage is kind of not keeping up with the curve now. And this is where the Crown of Light is going to be very useful. Keeper Sack is great, but problem is that this is our last store. So we're not going to gain that much benefit out of this. But we might be able to get some movement speed. You never know. Some damage. Got a little bit of movement speed and more damage. Yeah. You know, Keeper Sack's the GOAT. What can you say? It is the GOAT. And you're seeing exactly what I'm talking about here. That's a bad combination of high shot speed and low movement speed. And at first glance, you may not think that is even a connection you can make, but if you're firing things in this game and they're jostling around and they're just flying all over the place because your shot speed's too high, combined with the fact that your movement speed is too low, you are going to cause yourself to take damage because you're unable to deal with the lack of physics in this game, or at least any discernible physics anyway. Kind of like that right there. Like, we can't even outrun a shot because we got slowed down by some tar. And these are situations where, on the surface, it looks like we're fine, but I'm telling you, these can get out of hand in a hurry. Now, if we had gotten Keeper Sack one floor earlier, then sure, we could have made a better play, and possibly had a much more different looking run, but we didn't. So at least the head of Krampus, we can at least use it every other room. Thanks to the 9-volt. Would have been nice to have gotten like the 4.5 volts on this floor or something. And there's still a chance that we can find another shop somewhere. Like, we've already missed Hush, so that ain't happening. Ideally, we could find the Keeper's shop, the active item that spawns shop items. That would allow us to gain some farm off of Keeper's Sack, but again, that's kind of a long shot. I don't know how many active items we've seen in a row now in our item rooms, but it feels like a lot. Okay. Yeah, so the idea of us getting a Devil Deal here is probably gone. We could go in the curse room. Where's a black soul heart over there? Hang on. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's behind rocks, isn't it? And we'll get a black soul heart anyway. We need another bomb, though. I'm not really willing, with this movement speed, I'm not really willing to lose the chance at maybe securing this Devil Deal. Now, we do have a fortune telling machine as well, And before we go any further, if you're asking how come I didn't use the Fool card to get out of the curse room, it's because it's not going to matter on the womb and beyond, because it's still going to be, we're going to be dinged for a full hit anyway. So I'm going to save the Fool card to get out of a late game challenge room, then use it to get out of a curse room that's going to have no effect on our HP either way moving forward here. Just one more soul heart and I'm fine. But see, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said there is such thing as too many red heart containers to have and not enough soul hearts. Right now, the maximum amount of soul hearts we can get is 2, which means that we can only take 2 hits in the late game before our devil deal chances are at 0. Whereas if we had, let's say, 5 or 6 red hearts red heart containers to protect with, say, 7 or 6 soul hearts in this scenario, we can take many, 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 many more hits before we have to start worrying about losing a devil deal precedent. So that is the concept of having too many red heart containers and not enough soul hearts, because there's not enough space for you to protect yourself. Now back in vanilla Isaac, this was different. This is very different. You could have unlimited soul hearts. Even if they went off the screen, you couldn't see them. They were still there. They obviously changed that in Rebirth, and that was a very weird change for us long-time Isaac players, but a needed one, though, because the concept of us having so much HP that it was going off the screen and being invisible was silly. You had to kind of guess at how much HP you had. A devil deal. Go pick up all the red hearts from Gimpy, and we will head on down. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We only took 2 hits against Mom, and now we have absolutely 0 protection. Well, now that we don't have to worry about Devil Deal, I am going to use the Fool card, because maybe we can find a sack room. We're not done yet. Trying to make it work here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so that is Clown Physics 101 right there. And there's really no reason for us not to be using the Head of Krampus whenever it's off cooldown, just because it's such a low cooldown right now with the 9 volt. We're being slowed by the tar here. Our movement speed goes to probably about 0.5 right now while we're sitting on tar. We get 2 bombs, which is enough for us to get this soul heart. I think. Should be enough. Yeah, should be enough. We just gotta bridge this here. I don't care about blowing up that other rock. And since I've done that, now the possibility... I mean, we can still find a sack room, I guess, but it's unlikely. With what I've seen of this pancake of a map. Even Judgment would be a good shout, but we'd have to go walk over spikes to get it, and that's just... I refuse to do that, so... Alright, what was this? Priestess card. Priestess card right here. Okay. 12 keys, might as well try for one here. Okay, now Rotten Heart. You know how I felt about Rotten Hearts, but they do act as a sort of pseudo soul heart in this respect. So, but you know, I gotta say this runs kind of crawly. Although we have been doing a lot of back and forth, just trying to make use out of every possible avenue we've been getting. Our stats really aren't incredible. Our items look great on paper. We have a ton of HP, but we're just not moving through any, like our killing speed is really not all that high. Unlike our shot speed, which is we got a freaking rocket launcher here. My God. So this Rotten Heart now becomes extremely important in helping us save this Devil Deal, and hopefully using some of these Red Heart. I mean, if we're not going to get a banger like 10 out of 10 Devil Deal here, then we need to just not even we need to basically just not even care about Devil Deal at this point. This is gonna be our final boss room that we're gonna have that has an extra item thanks to options. This is about the only item room that we're going, or the only boss fight that we're going to have any benefit out of options. So I'm hoping that we roll into a speed upgrade, obviously, because this has been a plague on this run. And much like a lot of Crawl episodes, the common thread is just bad movement speed, bad movement speed, bad movement speed. It's not all about just moving super slow and that's it. There's many, many, many other factors that are built into mobility and damage mitigation in Isaac. Yep. 68%. We get a Tears upgrade, which is, we're only using Squeezy for Soul Hearts at this point. And yeah. Okay, so we now shift to no Devil Deals. No Devil Deals, and we're just holding on to our HP because now it's very obvious we're not going to get what we need. And we just need to out-tank the run at this point. Which, with the very early plays in this run, with Soul Converter is, you know, that's one of the plans there. So you can forget about having this Devil Deal. I don't care if we lose it at this point. It literally does not matter to me. And it comes down to we just need to hold on to as much HP as possible and just outlive this run. If we had double the amount of damage we've got right now, we would be in a much better shape. How that thing lasted for that long. Now, it's not over yet in terms of our item rooms. Remember, we're holding on to the Crown of Light, the Holy Crown, that allows us to have a shop and a treasure room in the cathedral. Keeper's Sack technically is not over yet. I'm hoping Gimpy pays out with a Soul Heart here. See, we can't go too ham because we don't have a lot of protection. That's gonna be it for now. Just trying to get some money for the shop in the cathedral. Yep. I mean, we're barely able to escape any room without taking at least one hit. Something. Now, do I think we're going to die on this run? Probably not. But it's going to be a long, long, long road out of hell here. And we keep getting these very odd, vertically long maps here that have that combined with Invicta Navigation, we're in for some scenic routes. Random library here. I would take, actually no, I don't know if I would take the Book of Shadows, to be honest. Head of Krampus is getting pretty important. Revelations at this point we don't need, we don't care about the Soul Hearts at this point. We care about just having all of our Red Heart containers filled and just out-tanking this run. So I'm not too concerned holding on to the Book of Revelations, although got to go back and get a full charge now on the Head of Krampus for the mom fight. As soon as I saw that we were going up against eye lasers in that last room, the room that we just got done clearing, I knew we had to use the Head of Krampus because we do not have the movement speed in order to to effectively dodge the lasers without getting popped. So, and again, it's only one extra room clear with the head of Krampus, so that allows us to with the 9-volt, it allows us to relatively easily get around the energy requirements. Maybe it'd be a weird spot for the secret room, being only adjacent to 2 rooms, but it was a good thought. Again, with this movement speed here, we just gotta play it cool. You need to narrow your vision and just look at the area around you, not the entire room. Deal with the shots that come your way and just wait for the enemies to come to you, essentially. Because, especially for knights in this fight, Mom's shots actually collide with them. And she'll actually kill them for you. Wait long enough. And you're seeing me very subtly pushing forward. That's so I can squeeze a little bit of extra range out of my shots. And with this shot speed, even though our range really isn't all that great, our shot speed is taking it across the freaking nation, man. Again, just narrow your vision here. Just look at the shots that are coming your way. Don't worry about the rest of the room. And we just no-hit Mom. We just no-hit Mom's heart on 0.96 movement speed. I don't think Guppy's eyes is going to do anything. I'm only doing this just to get rid of our red hearts, and I'm not taking Forget Me Now. If anything, we can take a Forget Me Now for the cathedral to get us a second shop. That's about the only reason why I'm doing this. So we end up finally getting a double deal. And it had Little Horn. Little Horn's going to help us out with our DPS. Gumheart's not a bad shout here, but right now our big concern is getting into the shop and getting into the item room. That's the only thing we care about. I swear to you, dude, I must be going like colorblind or something and not being able to see whites. Like how many? This past week I feel like I've ran into like maybe 10 Eternal Flies without even seeing them there. Like all white scale, grayscale stuff is just like just invisible now. But we don't have to worry too much about taking red heart damage as long as we just don't take too much red heart damage, because obviously there's no more devil deals. This is what I'm talking about when you're talking about high shot speed. Right here. This is all you need to see right here. Yeah, red hearts galore, but it doesn't really matter. And we've gone the wrong way. Yeah, so you saw all the HP we just lost there. Yeah, those rotten hearts, the reason why I don't like rotten hearts is for that very reason, because they don't exist. Rotten hearts do not exist. They're there and they're good for one hit and all of them are gone. Rotten hearts are not worth it to save your life. That's what I'm talking about. Like we're taking chip damage in every single room now, which is why I said earlier on Depths 1 or Depths 2 when we were talking about, you know, it can get out of control in a hurry. This is what I'm talking about. Lack of movement speed, lack of mobility. We are unable to effectively dodge these rooms. We're not able to get in and replenish our red hearts effectively enough right now. We don't have any bombs. So it's very, very, very easy for us to lose this run now and let this get away from us. And said I didn't think we were going to die, but it's not out of the question here. A lot of people think I sandbag these opinions about these runs, and I'm telling you, I know bad when I see it. We still have no bombs. Still have not found the item room of the shop, by the way, which is the only thing I'm looking for. I'm not even looking for Isaac. I'm only simply looking for the item room and for the shop so we can just redo this floor again. Okay, there's 2 bombs there. We got hit, of course we did. We get a mystery gift here. I don't know where the secret room is. Movement speed, damage, and shot speed. I'm not going to take Go Baggy as much as we need to use this money for stats. Range upgrade, damage and movement speed. Justice is going to give us something. I'm not going to take the soul heart right now. This is where Isaac is. I know it is. So we have an important decision to make here. Do we just go fight Isaac and then just do 2 chests? Like just go in there and reset the chest? Or do we struggle through the cathedral again for the possibility of more stats? Because it took us so long to find the shop and the item room here, I'm more willing to lean into... We just go and just get 2 chests instead. Since we're already here, fight Isaac. It's a big double heart container right there. Uses in the shop, but it wouldn't give us any benefit. I don't know where the secret room is. Or, hang on now. Hang on now. Before you get uppity. Hang on. If we get a bomb, we can open up the reroll machine in that top right room. And then we have enough money to reroll stuff, to reroll this item pedestal that we're going to create with the mystery gift. We need to get we need 1 more bomb. Just 1 bomb is all we need. And we didn't get it. It's possible that there's a bomb inside of the curse room, but it's unlikely. Well, at the very least, we can go into there. We can go into the curse room and use the mystery gift. To get a devil deal. We're gonna lose 2 soul hearts, which I really, really hate doing. No, I'm gonna call an audible. No, it's not worth it. We need these soul hearts. Trail is whatever. Now, if I hadn't have taken the soul hearts before doing that, then I would have gone in the curse room. But I really, truly don't think it's worth it. I am going to take Little Baggy now that we don't have to... I don't care about cards at this point. 0.47 damage, 0.25 range. Then I'm just going to save the Forget Me Now for the chest. Did get a slight movement speed upgrade thanks to Keeper Sat. But as you can see, it's not enough. We need to get more. But we're in the ultra late game stages now, so it's too late for that. We just have to, again, just out tank it. Our damage just doesn't feel. We have 8.69 damage, but it just doesn't feel like it's hitting for that much. It feels like it's. You know what it feels like? It feels like we're hitting for half of that. And Curse of the Blind. You would, of course, game. You would. Cajun. Sulfuric acid is going to give us damage. Ball of tar. Got to jump. It gives us bookworm. Let's try that again. Now we get Curse of Loss. We get C-section. I'm not taking Thunder Thighs. Or IBS, obviously. We get C-section, and now we feel like we're finally dealing the damage that it looks like we should have had on paper. But do the ends justify the means? I mean, it was a pretty crawly episode, not gonna lie. Not in the sense of like we almost died, but there's some moments that were a little bit hazy, a little bit iffy on that. If anything, this episode is a testament to show you how bad too much shot speed can be. And again, harping on the importance of having movement speed. Movement speed, movement speed, movement speed. Mobility is everything in Isaac. It is everything. I would go so far to say it is almost more important than being able to have a even mediocre tears rate. Because if you can't dodge an Isaac, it's like we talked about in that episode when I was talking about how to... It almost turned into an Isaac tutorial. Wow, we went straight to Blue Baby on Curse of Loss. It's almost like when I was talking about in that episode where dodging is about the most important thing that a new player can do. Is to learn how to dodge. If you can't dodge, you're not going to do much in Isaac. I purposely took a hit there so we could get Hallowed Ground. So we ended up doing it. It was quite the journey. It was a big journey for Isaac, but we ended up making it either way. So thank you for watching, everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you for getting another video over 3,000 likes. Keep it up. Let's just see how far this one goes and get this video to 3,000 likes and higher. Hopefully you found the information in this video interesting and helpful. If you did, make sure you click the like button. And of course, if you've never seen my videos and this is the first time you want to check out some more daily Isaac content, then click that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like and thanks to patrons of mine like Oliver Went, Steve with a Lisp, and Heather Furlong. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.